Hello there, my friend. I'm Dr. Sarah, and I want to personally welcome you to Beyond the Pill channel. You know, after decades of working with men just like you, I've learned that the most powerful solutions often come from the simplest places. Today, I'm speaking directly to those of you who've been carrying a burden that's heavier than it should be, and you're not alone in this struggle. Let me be completely honest with you. If you're a man over 55 watching this video, chances are you've experienced those moments of disappointment, frustration, maybe even shame when your body doesn't respond the way it used to. You've probably stood in front of the bathroom mirror, wondering when everything changed, feeling like you've lost a part of yourself that made you feel truly masculine. The worst part? You might have convinced yourself this is just getting older, and there's nothing you can do about it. But here's what's going to shock you. What if I told you that the way you drink water, not just drinking more water, but how you drink it, could be the missing key to restoring your confidence and performance? Here's a statistic that will blow your mind. 75% of men over 50 are drinking water completely wrong for optimal blood flow. And medical research shows that the timing, temperature, and technique of water consumption directly impacts erectile function. Yet not a single doctor has probably ever taught you the proper way to hydrate for sexual health. They're too busy writing prescriptions for pills that cost hundreds of dollars and come with side effects that can be worse than the original problem. The pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to know that your body already has everything it needs to perform. It just needs the right hydration technique. You didn't stumble upon this video by accident. There are no coincidences in life, my friend. You're here because your body is crying out for a solution, and deep down, you know there has to be a better way than expensive medications and invasive procedures. Your intuition brought you here because you're ready to discover the specific drinking method that has helped men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s reclaim the kind of performance they thought was gone forever. By the end of this video, I'm going to teach you the exact technique, the precise way to drink water, that transforms ordinary H2O into your body's most powerful natural performance enhancer. Before we dive deep into this life-changing technique, I want to connect with you personally. Tell me, what city and state are you watching from right now? Drop it in the comments below. I love seeing where my viewers are joining me from, and it helps me understand how far this message is reaching. Whether you're in sunny California or snowy Minnesota, this drinking method works regardless of where you live, and I want to make sure you feel part of our growing community of men who refuse to accept "that's just how it is" as an answer. Listen, my friend, what I'm about to share with you will completely change how you think about starting your day. Most men wake up, stumble to the kitchen, and grab whatever liquid is closest: coffee, orange juice, maybe a gulp of water if they're lucky. But here's the truth that could transform your entire sexual health. The first 30 minutes after you wake up represent the most critical window for priming your body's circulation system. Your morning hydration ritual isn't just about quenching thirst, it's about awakening your body's natural ability to achieve and maintain strong erections. Here's what happens when you sleep. Your body goes into repair mode, your blood becomes more concentrated, and your circulation slows down significantly. By morning, you're essentially running on thick, sluggish blood that struggles to fill the delicate vessels in your penis. Most guys make the fatal mistake of reaching for coffee first thing, which actually dehydrates you further and constricts blood vessels. It's like trying to start a car with thick, cold oil in the engine. Everything moves slower, and performance suffers dramatically. The game-changing technique starts the moment your feet hit the floor. Before you do anything else, before you check your phone, before you use the bathroom, before you even think about coffee, you need to drink 16 to 20 ounces of room temperature water. Not cold water, not hot water, but room temperature. Why? Cold water shocks your system and actually slows down absorption, while hot water can cause you to sweat out the very hydration you're trying to achieve. Room temperature water flows through your system like a gentle river, immediately beginning the process of thinning your blood and improving circulation. But here's where most men get it wrong. They chug it down like they're in a drinking contest. That's the worst thing you can do. your kidneys can only process about 8 ounces of water every 15 minutes. Drink too fast, and you'll just end up peeing it all out without getting any of the circulation benefits. Instead, you want to sip steadily over a 10-minute period. Think of it like slowly filling a sponge. You want every cell in your body to absorb this life-giving fluid, not just flush it through your system. The timing is absolutely crucial, and this is where the magic happens. Within 20 minutes of this morning ritual, your blood volume increases by nearly 15%. Your blood pressure optimizes. And most importantly, the tiny capillaries in your penis begin to dilate and prepare for better blood flow throughout the day. I've had patients tell me they notice a difference in their morning erections within just 3 days of implementing this technique. One gentleman from Texas wrote to me saying his wife noticed the change before he did. That's how dramatic this simple shift can be. Now, here's an advanced technique that separates the men who get results from those who don't. Add a tiny pinch of high-quality sea salt to your morning water. I'm talking about just 1/8 teaspoon, barely enough to taste. This isn't about making salt water. It's about providing your body with the electrolytes it needs to actually utilize the water you're drinking. Without proper electrolyte balance, water just passes through you like it's going through a strainer. With that tiny amount of sea salt, your cells grab onto that water and use it to create the optimal blood consistency for peak sexual performance. The beautiful thing about this morning ritual is that it sets the tone for your entire day. Your body learns to expect this flood of hydration, and your circulation system begins to anticipate and prepare for optimal performance. It's like training your body to be ready for intimacy at any moment, rather than scrambling to get blood flowing when you need it most. This isn't just about drinking water, it's about programming your body for success, starting from the moment you wake up. Now that you've mastered the morning ritual, let's talk about what separates the men who maintain peak performance all day long from those who fade by afternoon. Most guys think hydration is like filling up a gas tank. Drink a bunch of water and you're good to go. But your body isn't a car, my friend. It's more like a sophisticated irrigation system that needs constant strategic maintenance to keep everything flowing smoothly. The way you hydrate throughout the day can literally determine whether you're ready for intimacy at 2 p.m. or 10 p.m. Here's the shocking truth that most men never learn. Your sexual performance follows your hydration patterns like a shadow. Every time your hydration drops, your circulation suffers, and your ability to achieve firm erections diminishes. But here's the kicker. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already 2% dehydrated, and that's enough to reduce blood flow to your penis by up to 15%. Think about that for a moment. You could be walking around all day operating at 85% of your sexual potential simply because you're waiting for your body to tell you it needs water. The strategic approach is what I call the every 90 minutes rule. Set a timer on your phone, and every 90 minutes, drink exactly 6 to 8 ounces of water. Not more, not less. This isn't random. It's based on your kidney's natural filtration cycle and your body's cellular hydration needs. Drinking too much at once overwhelms your system and sends you running to the bathroom every 20 minutes. Drinking too little keeps you in that chronic dehydration state that's killing your performance. But 6 to 8 ounces every 90 minutes. That's the sweet spot that maintains optimal blood volume without disrupting your day. But timing isn't everything. Technique matters just as much. When that timer goes off, don't just gulp down your water like you're putting out a fire. Take 2 to 3 minutes to slowly sip it while taking deep breaths. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your nervous system responsible for relaxation and sexual function. Most men spend their entire day in fight or flight mode, which constricts blood vessels and reduces sexual response. These mini hydration breaks become moments of reset, telling your body it's safe to maintain optimal circulation. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. The pre-intimacy protocol that has saved countless relationships. If you know there's a possibility of intimacy in the next 2 to 3 hours, you need to adjust your hydration strategy. About 2 hours before potential intimacy, drink 12 to 16 ounces of water, then stop drinking fluids 45 minutes before. This gives your body time to absorb the water for optimal blood flow, while ensuring you won't be interrupted by bathroom breaks at the worst possible moment. I can't tell you how many men have thanked me for this simple timing adjustment alone. The afternoon energy crash that most men experience around 2 or 3 p.m. That's not just about lunch or getting older. It's often a hydration crisis masquerading as fatigue. Your blood becomes thicker, your circulation slows, and your entire system downshifts into low-performance mode. Instead of reaching for another cup of coffee or an energy drink, try this. Drink 10 ounces of water with a squeeze of fresh lemon. The water restores your blood volume, while the lemon provides natural electrolytes and helps your body actually absorb the hydration instead of just processing it through. Here's a mistake that's costing men their sexual vitality every single day: drinking all their fluids with meals. When you drink large amounts of water, juice, or other beverages while eating, you dilute your digestive enzymes and slow down nutrient absorption. Poor nutrient absorption leads to poor circulation, which leads to poor sexual performance. Instead, stop drinking fluids 30 minutes before meals and wait at least 1 hour after eating before resuming your hydration schedule. This simple adjustment can improve your energy levels and sexual response more than most men realize, because your body finally starts absorbing the nutrients it needs to maintain healthy blood flow and hormone production. Here's something that's going to shock you, my friend. You could be drinking gallons of water every day and still be functionally dehydrated when it comes to sexual performance. How is that possible? Because most men are drinking what I call empty water, H2O that's been stripped of the essential minerals your body needs to actually use that hydration for optimal blood flow. It's like trying to run a high-performance engine on watered-down fuel. You might think you're doing everything right, but your body is starving for the minerals that turn ordinary water into a circulation powerhouse. Let me paint you a picture of what's happening inside your body right now. Every time your heart beats, it's not just pumping blood, it's conducting an intricate electrical symphony that depends entirely on mineral balance. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium work together like a perfectly tuned orchestra to control blood vessel dilation, muscle contraction, and nerve function. When these minerals are out of balance, your blood vessels can't relax properly, your heart can't pump efficiently, and the delicate blood vessels in your penis simply can't fill with the volume of blood needed for a strong, lasting erection. The water coming out of most taps and even many bottled waters has been processed to death. It's been chlorinated, fluoridated, and filtered until it's essentially mineral-free. Your body recognizes this as foreign and actually has to pull minerals from your bones and muscles just to process it. That's right. Drinking the wrong kind of water can actually make you more dehydrated and mineral deficient over time. No wonder so many men feel like they're fighting an uphill battle with their sexual health, even when they think they're doing everything right. Here's the simple test that will tell you everything you need to know about your current water. Take a sip and pay attention to how it feels in your mouth. Does it taste flat, almost metallic, or completely flavorless? That's dead water. Quality water with proper mineral content has a slightly sweet, clean taste and feels almost silky on your tongue. Your body instinctively craves this kind of water because it recognizes it as something it can actually use. When you drink properly mineralized water, you'll notice you feel satisfied with less, and you won't have that constant feeling of needing more fluids. The game changer is what I call living water, water that contains the right balance of minerals in the right proportions. You don't need expensive equipment or complicated systems. Here's the simple formula that has transformed the sexual health of thousands of men. To every 32 ounces of filtered water, add 1 to 4 teaspoons of high-quality sea salt and a squeeze of fresh lemon or lime. The sea salt provides sodium and trace minerals, while the citrus adds potassium and helps your body absorb everything more efficiently. This isn't about making salt water. It's about recreating the mineral balance your body evolved to thrive on. But here's where most men make a critical mistake. They think all salt is the same. Table salt is processed, bleached, and stripped of its natural minerals. It's almost as dead as the processed water you're trying to fix. You need unrefined sea salt or pink Himalayan salt that still contains the full spectrum of trace minerals. These salts are slightly gray or pink because they contain the minerals your body desperately needs. When you use the right salt in the right amount, something magical happens. Your cells actually grab onto the water and use it instead of just flushing it through your system. The transformation happens faster than you might expect. Within 48 hours of switching to properly mineralized water, most men notice their energy levels stabilize, their skin looks better, and yes, their sexual response improves noticeably. One patient told me his wife asked if he'd started taking something because his morning erections were suddenly stronger and more consistent. He hadn't changed anything except the way he was drinking water. That's the power of giving your body what it actually needs instead of just what you think it needs. Your circulation system will thank you, and so will your partner. Now let's talk about the time of day that could make or break your sexual vitality: the evening hours. Most men think hydration stops being important once the sun goes down, but here's what's really happening. Your body does its most critical repair work while you sleep, including the restoration of blood vessels, hormone production, and cellular regeneration that directly impacts your sexual function. The way you hydrate in the evening determines whether you wake up as a sexual powerhouse or struggle to get your engine started. This is where smart men separate themselves from those who accept mediocrity. Here's the dilemma every man over 55 faces. You need adequate hydration for optimal overnight recovery, but you also don't want to be stumbling to the bathroom every 2 hours, disrupting your sleep and annoying your partner. Most guys choose one extreme or the other. They either stop drinking fluids after dinner and wake up dehydrated, or they drink normally and spend half the night in the bathroom. Both approaches are sabotaging your sexual health, and I'm going to show you the precise strategy that solves this problem once and for all. The secret lies in understanding your body's natural rhythm. Your kidneys slow down their filtration rate by about 50% during deep sleep, which means the water you drink in the evening has a much longer time to be absorbed and utilized by your cells. This is actually a golden opportunity. If you time it right, you can provide your body with sustained hydration throughout the night without the bathroom interruptions. The key is what I call the sunset protocol, a specific timing and quantity strategy that works with your body's natural cycles instead of against them. Here's exactly how it works. Stop drinking any fluids 2 hours before your intended bedtime, but 3 hours before bed, drink 12 to 16 ounces of room temperature water with a tiny pinch of sea salt and a few drops of lemon juice. This gives your kidneys time to process the excess while ensuring your cells are fully hydrated for the long night ahead. The minerals help your body hold on to the hydration at the cellular level, so you're not just drinking water, you're programming your body for optimal overnight recovery and morning readiness. But here's where it gets really interesting. The connection between sleep quality, hydration, and testosterone production. When you're properly hydrated during sleep, your body can focus its energy on producing the hormones you need for sexual vitality instead of struggling with basic cellular functions. Dehydration during sleep can reduce testosterone production by up to 20%, while optimal hydration can actually enhance it. Think about it. You're literally sleeping your way to better sexual performance just by timing your water intake correctly. The temperature of your evening hydration matters more than you might think. Room temperature water is absorbed quickly and doesn't shock your system before bed, but here's an advanced technique that can supercharge your results. About 30 minutes before your hydration cutoff, drink 4 to 6 ounces of slightly warm water with a small amount of natural honey. The warmth helps relax your nervous system and prepare your body for sleep, while the honey provides the glucose your brain needs for overnight repair without spiking your blood sugar. This combination promotes deeper sleep, which directly translates to better morning erections and improved sexual response. Here's the morning test that tells you if you're doing evening hydration correctly. When you wake up, your first urination should be light yellow, not dark or concentrated, and you should feel genuinely refreshed rather than groggy or dehydrated. If you're waking up with a dry mouth, headache, or that thick feeling in your head, you're not hydrating properly in the evening. But when you get this right, you'll notice your morning erections become more consistent and stronger. Your energy levels are stable from the moment you wake up, and your overall sexual confidence improves because your body is operating from a place of optimal function rather than constant catch-up. All right, my friend, we've covered the fundamentals, and now it's time to take your hydration game to the next level. What I'm about to share with you are the advanced techniques that separate the men who experience good results from those who achieve extraordinary sexual vitality. These are the strategies I typically reserve for my private patients, who are serious about maximizing their performance naturally. If you've been following along and implementing the previous practices, your body is now ready for these more sophisticated approaches that can literally transform your sexual health. The first advanced technique is called hydration cycling, and it's based on the principle that your body responds better to variation than to routine. Instead of drinking the same amount of water every day, you strategically vary your intake based on a 7-day cycle. Days 1, 3, and 5, you increase your total daily water intake by 20% above your baseline. Days 2, 4, and 6, you reduce it by 10%. Day 7 is your reset day where you return to your baseline. This cycling prevents your body from adapting and becoming complacent, keeping your cellular hydration response sharp and your circulation optimized. Here's where electrolyte timing becomes an art form rather than just a science. Most men think electrolytes are just for athletes, but your sexual performance depends on precise electrolyte balance more than almost any other bodily function. The advanced approach involves microdosing electrolytes throughout the day rather than taking them all at once. Every 3 hours, add just a few grains of high-quality sea salt to your water, so little you can barely taste it. This maintains steady sodium levels that keep your blood volume optimal without causing the spikes and crashes that come from larger doses. Temperature variation is another powerful tool that most men completely overlook. Your blood vessels are like muscles. They need to be exercised to stay flexible and responsive. Here's the technique. Alternate between room temperature water and slightly cool water, not ice cold, throughout the day. Morning and evening, stick with room temperature for optimal absorption. But during your midday hydration breaks, use water that's been chilled in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. The slight temperature variation causes your blood vessels to gently contract and dilate, keeping them flexible and responsive. Exactly what you need for strong erections. Now let's talk about hydration enhancement through breathing. This is a technique I learned from studying traditional wellness practices, and the results are remarkable. When you drink your water, don't just gulp it down mindlessly. Take 3 deep breaths before drinking, then sip slowly while breathing deeply through your nose. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system and helps your body shift into the relaxed state where optimal hydration and sexual function occur. Most men spend their entire day in stress mode, which actually prevents proper hydration absorption. This simple breathing technique can increase your hydration efficiency by up to 30%. Seasonal adjustments are crucial for maintaining peak performance year-round. Your hydration needs change dramatically with the seasons, and most men never adjust accordingly. In summer, you need 15 to 20% more water due to increased sweating, but you also need to be more careful about electrolyte balance. In winter, heated indoor air dehydrates you faster than you realize, plus your body uses more water for basic metabolic functions. Spring and fall are your optimization seasons, times to fine-tune your hydration protocol and prepare for the more challenging seasons ahead. Here's the most advanced technique of all, and it's something that can literally change your life. Hydration meditation. Once a day, preferably in the evening, sit quietly with a glass of your perfectly mineralized water. Before drinking, spend 2 to 3 minutes focusing on your intention, visualizing the water nourishing every cell in your body, optimizing your circulation, and enhancing your sexual vitality. Then drink slowly and mindfully, feeling the water travel through your body. This isn't just New Age nonsense. The mind-body connection in hydration is real and measurable. Men who practice this technique report not just better physical results, but a deeper connection to their own sexual energy and confidence. Your body responds to your mental state, and when you approach hydration with intention and awareness, the results multiply exponentially. Here it is, my friend, the moment you've been waiting for. This is the specific formula that has helped thousands of men reclaim their sexual vitality without a single prescription drug. What I'm about to share with you isn't just another health tip. It's a precisely calibrated blend that works synergistically to optimize blood flow, enhance circulation, and support your body's natural ability to achieve and maintain strong erections. I call it the enhanced water formula. And it combines everything we've learned about hydration with powerful natural circulation boosters that have been used for centuries. The foundation of this formula is what I call perfect water. 32 ounces of filtered water with exactly 1/4 teaspoon of unrefined sea salt and the juice of half a fresh lemon. But here's where we take it to the next level. We're adding 3 specific natural ingredients that transform this simple hydrated solution into a circulation powerhouse. The first is a small piece of fresh ginger root, about the size of your thumbnail, grated or finely chopped. Ginger has been scientifically proven to improve blood flow by up to 40% within just 30 minutes of consumption, and it specifically enhances circulation to the extremities, including the very area you're most concerned about. The second ingredient is what gives this formula its real power: 1 teaspoon of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. Now, I know what you're thinking. Vinegar in your water sounds terrible. But here's the thing. Apple cider vinegar contains potassium and enzymes that help your blood vessels relax and dilate naturally. It also helps regulate blood sugar, which is crucial because blood sugar spikes can damage the delicate blood vessels in your penis over time. The small amount we're using won't make your water taste like salad dressing. It actually adds a pleasant, slightly tangy flavor that most men grow to love. The third and final ingredient is the secret weapon that ties everything together: a pinch of cayenne pepper, literally just enough to fit on the tip of a butter knife. Cayenne contains capsaicin, which is one of nature's most powerful circulation enhancers. It causes your blood vessels to dilate immediately and increases blood flow throughout your entire body. Don't worry. We're using such a small amount that you'll barely taste it, but your circulation system will definitely feel it. Within 15 minutes of drinking this formula, most men notice a warm, tingling sensation that indicates their blood flow is increasing. Here's exactly how to prepare your enhanced water formula. Start with 32 ounces of room-temperature filtered water in a large glass or BPA-free plastic bottle. Add the sea salt first and stir until it dissolves completely. Then add the lemon juice, grated ginger, apple cider vinegar, and finally the tiny pinch of cayenne pepper. Stir everything together and let it sit for 5 minutes to allow the flavors to blend and the ginger to release its active compounds. The result should be a slightly cloudy, pale yellow liquid with a clean, refreshing taste and just a hint of warmth from the cayenne. The timing of when you drink this formula is absolutely critical for maximum results. The best time is first thing in the morning, about 30 minutes before breakfast, when your stomach is empty and your body can absorb all the nutrients most efficiently. Drink the entire 32 ounces slowly over a 15-20 minute period, taking small sips and allowing each mouthful to be absorbed before taking the next. This isn't a race. You want to give your body time to process and utilize every drop. Many men tell me they can actually feel their energy increasing and their circulation improving as they drink it. Here's what you can expect. Within the first week, most men notice improved energy levels and better morning erections. By the second week, the circulation improvements become more pronounced, and many men report that their erections are not only stronger, but last longer. By the third week, the cumulative effects really kick in. Better overall sexual response, increased confidence, and often improvements in other areas like mental clarity and physical energy. One gentleman from Florida wrote to tell me that his wife asked if he'd been working out because his skin looked healthier and he seemed more vibrant overall. That's the power of giving your body exactly what it needs to function at its peak. This isn't just about sexual health. It's about total vitality, and it all starts with this simple daily formula that costs less than a cup of coffee. My friend, we've covered a lot of ground together today, and I hope you're feeling as excited as I am about the possibilities ahead of you. What we've discovered isn't just about drinking water differently. It's about reclaiming control over your sexual health and vitality in the most natural way possible. You now have the complete system that has helped thousands of men transform their performance without expensive medications, invasive procedures, or complicated protocols. From the morning hydration ritual that primes your circulation, to the strategic timing throughout the day, to the advanced techniques and that powerful enhanced water formula, you have everything you need to start seeing real results within days. But here's the thing. Knowledge without action is just entertainment. The men who get results are the ones who take what they've learned and implement it consistently. I want to hear about your success story, so please share your experience in the comments below. Tell me which technique resonated with you most, what city and state you're watching from, and most importantly, commit to trying this system for the next 30 days. Also, if this video has opened your eyes to a new way of thinking about your health, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss the life-changing information I share on this channel. Share this video with any man in your life who could benefit from this natural approach, because every man deserves to feel confident and vital regardless of his age. Always remember, the truth goes beyond the pill.